Hi, Kevin from the awareness.website coming at you again with another awareness Tai Chi video. This is going to be a short video. We're just doing a little section. We've done it before, but we may be able to find a few more details to throw in at you. So hang in there. We'll be right back. Alright, so last week we finished up with the shuttles. So we did partition to wild horse's mane, which went into left grass bird's tail, whip to one side. We've done fair lady's works at shuttles, which when you come out of shuttles, it goes into the same thing, left grass bird's tail, and whip to one side. So we've kind of looked at that a few times. Well, this is your last chance in the set to do left grass bird's tail, because it's the left grass bird's tail in the set. So it's your last chance to do that. So let's take a look at it and maybe you'll be able to grasp it. Okay, so coming out of the shuttles, we're going to step again to the 45-degree angle to set up the left grass bird's tail. And then the same sequence, grass bird's tail, whip to one side. So let's go through it and we'll see if we can find a few more things to add to it for you. So coming from the last shuttle, we come up and hold the ball. Going to step to the left corner, the left grass bird's tail. Up and hold the ball. Step forward, grass bird's tail. Finger under the wrist. So just like before, wrist push, back again, two-handed push, and then you come around to do whip to one side. So you've done this a few times. So this is kind of cool because you get through a move like partitions, you get through a move like shuttles, and there's lots of complicated things going on and turning and stepping and all that. And you get the left grass bird's tail and it's like, whew, it's like, wow, oh yeah, I know this, I got this down. So it gives you kind of a breather, which is that's kind of a good thing. So yeah, again, when you're coming out of the shuttles, putting up here, you come up, hold the ball, so you're facing in the angle. So regardless of your orientation in the room, you're following the angle of that front foot when you push out. And then you come up and hold the ball. Now, you want to keep the body at that angle so that when you step, so you're 45 degrees from the straight line, you're stepping off at 45 to set up your grass bird's tail as well. So when you come out from there, when you're stepping, make sure that you don't turn into the step. It's quite common when we do the shuttles, we come up and then we start to turn as we step. And that does two things. Number one, it buckles our knee in. And number two, it tends to make us a little instepped because we've rotated the foot as we've stepped. So if you can, when you go into that, keep this angle, this 45-degree angle, sit down. So you're turning and sitting into the leg that's supporting and you're stepping out without rotating the hips into the step. That allows you to get into this leg, you get the step out there, and then you can let the arm go as the leg starts to push. And then your body just starts to expand that arm out as you push. And this arm going forward and this one going down gets your body to turn and sit into the front leg. So it's kind of keeps things lined up and it really gets you into the leg so you can really utilize the strength of the legs. So from the fair lady to the right, come up and hold the ball again. Keep that angle. Turn and sit into the right leg, step out, and then push out, load into the left leg, And it's the same thing here. You're going to turn and sit down into the left leg and step out. Don't turn into the step to push out. So it makes quite a bit of difference. So you turn to the right to sit into the right leg, step out. You line up with that front leg. You come up and hold the ball. Turn to the left. Sit into the left leg, step out, and then you can come out with your grass bird's tail. So, one more time. Fair ladies, work shuttles to the right, up and hold the ball. Turn and sit into the right leg. Turn forward to square to the front. Come up, keep that angle so that you can turn and sit into the left leg to step out. And then grass bird's tail. Same thing going through the grass bird's tail. You open, turn to the left, and sit down into the left leg. Connect the arms, push from the leg, and the arms come out. That turns you forward. Relax and sit into the left leg. So the body has to turn to get into the leg. Don't just shift the hip. I was working with a lady in a class today. Don't just sort of shift the hip over. You have to turn so you can sit into the leg. So this rotation here allows you to get into that leg. So this is shifting the hip back. See, my left hip is up in the air. So I want to be able to get that hip to sit down. So you're sitting into the hip joints. And you got to be at that 45-degree angle in order for that to turn and sit down into it. So open, turn and sit into the hip joint, push out of the leg, connect the arms, and let them express. Same thing here. Push from the front leg, turn, sit into the leg, and then push out. Whip to one side is the same thing. You pivot around. When you shift the leg here, you stand up. So depending on how you're working on it, your arms out here. But when you go to sit into that leg, turn to the right and sit down into it. Don't just sort of put the leg out. You got to turn, get into the leg so that you can step out. And then when the arm goes forward, it just naturally turns the body forward. So you're not swiveling the hip around. You just push from the leg and let the arms go. So, lots to think about. A few more details. I knew we could squeeze a few more in there. Okay, so let's do some follow along. And we'll just go through that sequence as though we've just finished the shuttles and going through the left grass bird's tail. So as if you're from behind me. So we're going to the right corner with the shuttles, right hand up, left hand straight out. So we're going to stand up and hold the ball. Going to turn and sit into the right leg to step to the left corner. Left arm opens out, right hand pressing down. Come up, hold the ball, turn and sit into the left leg to step out, and then finger under the wrist for grass bird's tail. Open, turn, sit down into the leg, push from the leg, let the arms out. Push back with the front leg, turn, sit down into the left leg, arms go out as the leg pushes. Relax into the front leg, push, drop the elbows, turn the body and pivot on the heel. Shift the weight to the right leg, place the left toe, come up, turn and sit into the right leg, step out, arms out. Okay, let's do that again. Fair ladies, work shuttles to the right, up and hold the ball, turn, relax into the right leg and step to the left corner. Left grass bird's tail. Up and hold the ball. Turn and sit into the left leg. Step out. grass bird's tail, part 1, finger under the wrist, open, load the leg, connect the arms, wrist push part 2, come back, load the leg, two-handed push, part 3, whip to one side, turn the body and pivot, shift, place the toe, up and whip. Turn to the right, sit down into the leg, step out, arms out. Okay, one more time. Maybe 2 more times. Fair ladybird shuttles to the right, up and hold the ball. Step to the left corner for left grass bird's tail. Up and hold the ball. Sit into the left leg, step out. Finger under the wrist. Open. Wrist push. Again, turn and sit into the leg. Two-handed push. Push from the left leg. Turn the body, pivot on the heel. Shift to the right leg. Place the toe, push up. Turn back and sit down into the leg. Step out. Left arm out. One more time. Up and hold the ball. Sit down. Step to the left corner. Left arm expresses out. Up and hold the ball. Sit down into the left leg. Step out. Finger under the wrist for grass bird's tail. And then back and forth. Toy use. Push from the front leg, load into the back leg, push from the back leg, let the arms out, load the front. Turn. Whip to one side. Okay. So practice. Again, it's your last chance to get that left grass bird's tail, so have fun with it, and all the other stuff. Like us on Facebook, check out the website, subscribe to the YouTube channel, send us the emails, and take care, have fun with it, practice, practice, practice. See ya.